Good evening students. Today I am going to conduct a revision of communications course, that is 112. So it's quite late to conduct the revision, but I am trying to conduct it today itself, one day prior to your examination. I hope everybody aware about the syllabus. The syllabus has been divided into 5 topics, that is communication process and building self-esteem and overcoming fear. Third one is like your communication, right? What is the communication nature, significance, right? Types of communication, barriers and miscommunication. The fourth point which mentioned in your syllabus, that is basic communication. In basic communication, L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, R stands for reading and W stands for writing. Then the fifth component of your syllabus is structural and functional grammar, right, which we already learned in our classroom lectures itself. Okay, now in this revision I am just going to give overview about all the points which are mentioned in our syllabus. Yes, the first point mentioned in your syllabus, that is communication process, right? So as you know that in communication the process plays a vital role, right? It is important to know the process of communication. In process there are few components like a, right, sender, medium mostly, and last one is receiver. So you must know, and regarding this communication process we also studied models of communication, right? There were 3 models mostly, right? Linear, interactive and transactional models, which you should go through, which I already mentioned in your notes, right? I have provided you PDF notes. Just go through this point, that is communication process. Then second topic of your syllabus is building self-esteem and, right, overcoming the fear. So when it comes to communication, right, we must have self-esteem. Self-esteem means, right, having right belief in yourselves, right, means whatever you are doing, you must be confident, right? So you must respect. In short words we can say that self-esteem like respecting oneself while speaking. So you must respect and believe in yourself when you communicate with others, right? And then most the time we face one problem while communicating, that is the fearness means like we fear while communicating with others, right? So this topic is also mentioned in your PDF notes. Okay, overcoming fear means like facing that fearness problem, right? Means you have to overcome that problem by practicing, right? How can you do, right, overcome that your fear? You must practice, and yes, you must have proper content to speak and communicate. Okay, and that your message, whatever your information you are trying to convey, right, in communication itself, right, I already told you, right, what is communication. Communication is nothing but, right, transferring, right, information, thoughts, ideas effectively with others, right? Effectively in the sense that you must transfer information correctly to the intended beneficiary. For example, if sender have a message, that receiver must comprehend it, then only we can say that message has been, right, reached to that person. So that due to fearness, that message, right, that doesn't get reached to that particular person. That is why it is important to overcome the fear while communication. How can we overcome the fear? We can overcome the fear by practicing more, right? For that purpose you have to, right, practice with somebody, so that you will reduce your fearness of communication. Then you should use proper words, right, body language, then it will help you to overcome the fear. And third point in your syllabus is communication, the nature of communication, significance also, right? Means, so significance in the sense like importance, right? Why we should have good communication skill, right? As I already discussed in classroom lecture itself, right? The significance in the sense importance, you must give importance to your communication, because it plays important role in your social life, economic life, political life, right, and in your college life also, right? When you communicate with others, your communication must be good. Then also we discuss the types of communication. Mainly there are 2 types of communication: verbal and non-verbal. Right, verbal in the sense that communication take place with by using words. Right, it could be writing, it could be speaking. Right, it could be like we can divide it into formal, informal. Right. Then also we discuss in that upward communication, downward communication, and horizontal communication. So go through this all the types of right communication. Getting non-verbal communication means right, the communication which take place without words, wherein we use our body language, gesture, postures, etc. Then while doing this communication, we face various barriers. Barriers means hurdles, right? Barriers means hurdles, the problems which we face while speaking. While speaking, so it is important to overcome these barriers, right? Otherwise you will not be a confident speaker, and that whatever information you are trying to convey with others, it will not reach, right? To avoid the miscommunication, right? Miscommunication means like if you told something to your friend, for example, if you want, right, timetable of your recent examination, right, and just you said timetable to your friend, right, you didn't mention the exam name over there, okay, or word, then you will not get to know what, the person will not understand what type of timetable, right? Because timetables are of different, like railway timetable is different, your right study timetable, it could be different, right? Timetable, that is why it is important to avoid the miscommunication. Means you should use proper words, right, proper language, right, so that the message will not be get in a vein. Okay, means that miscommunication will not happen. Why miscommunication happens? Because there are some barriers which comes in our communication. Barriers in the sense I told you already, right? That is hurdle or the problem which you face in your communication. Mostly these problems we can divide into two types: linguistic and non-linguistic. The one of the most problem which we face while communicating it, that is language problem, right? That language problem is also known as linguistic problem, a semantic problem, right? For example, if you are from Maharashtra and if you want to communicate with other states people, they say Telangana, Telugu, if you don't know, you can't communicate well. So that is why you, right, must overcome that barrier of language, right? So either that person who doesn't know Marathi, right, from Telugu, he must learn, or you must learn Telugu, then only you will have proper communication, right? So there are different type of barriers apart from linguistic, right, barriers. There are non-linguistic barriers also, in which, like, psychological barrier, physical barriers, etc. So try to go through in that also, right? Means like I already sent you notes, right? You can go through that notes also. The third, sorry, next point of your syllabus is basic communication skill. So basic communication skills important in our daily communication, which are like a listening, speaking, writing, and we say reading also. Okay, so you must have these basic skills to communicate properly. In some time, right, you know that when we communicate, we listen, we speak, we read. When we read, we must comprehend also. When we write, that person also, your handwriting must be legible, right? Whatever spelling you are writing, it must be correct, then only we can say your writing is good, or that person is able to understand. Okay, then another point in the basic communication mention is precise, right, abstracting and summary. So these points are similar, right, mostly when you talk about precise or summary, where we try to convey, or we try to convey information in brief or short. Means, see, if there is a big paragraph, right, you must explain in short way. When you explain it, we can say that is it is precise summary, right? And when you write basic intro for your research paper or something, that is abstracting. Okay, means you abstract something from a largest text to small one, then we say that is abstracting. Then another point in your syllabus is that is vocabulary. Vocabulary means like a collection of words which helps you in your daily communication. Whether it is, right, you are communicating orally or written form, you must have, right, good vocabulary, or we can say enough vocabulary. So how can we improve? Right, means your communication. We can improve our communication through good vocabulary. Now, how can we enrich vocabulary or increase vocabulary? Right, one of the best way of increasing words or vocabulary, that is, that you start reading, listening the things. Definitely, it is going to help you. Apart from that, nowadays the technology will help you from internet. You can search many words from different apps. Okay, apart from that, the traditional way was there. The theme wise vocabulary also you can do. For example, if you want to know, right, words related to nature, you can, right, collect the words only related to nature. If you want education related words, right, collect the words. This is a theme wise vocabulary view. All right, if you know these words, definitely on that occasion, right, maybe like of nature or say education, you will be able to speak. So right, you can bifurcate vocabulary into themes, and yes, definitely it will help you to remember words. I think so. That was the part of your vocabulary, and later you have to use in sentences. In exam they may ask, like university may ask you the question related to using words, so you must know vocabulary. Then the next or last point of your syllabus, it is grammar. Grammar is nothing but sets of rules in a language. Okay, so you must know, right, grammar for your exam also. You might have already studied in your 10th standard, 12th standard also. Right, in our school days we used to study, even in college days also, like in 11th still. So there are few topics mentioned in your syllabus related to grammar. Right, that is sentence structure. Next point is modifier, connecting words, phrases, right, case is adjective and subject verb agreement, tenses, more, right, mood and voice. Right, these are the points mentioned in your syllabus regarding grammar. Okay, the first topic is sentence structure. So when you make the sentence, you must know structure, right? Means that the sentence must be structurally correct, right? Mostly when you write the sentence, you the name may refer the name, or we say in grammar language noun or pronoun. You must use it correctly, right? That structure must follow the right, the agreement, right, of subject verb agreement, right? So means you should use verb according to the subject, whether your sentence is positive, negative or question. Getting, means these are the parts of sentences, right, which we already discussed in your classroom. Those who are absent, like they can pay attention here. Subject, verb and object, these are the three basic parts of the sentence. So if you arrange it in this structure itself, yes, that sentence will be meaningful. Okay, subject in the sense noun or pronoun. Verb means like when you refer helping verbs, modal verbs, right? And main verb like a play, go, run, eat. Right? You must add that verb after subject, and at the end you must add object. So your sentence structure must be like this. Okay, your sentence could be positive, negative, or interrogative also. Right. The next thing is modifiers. So there are different type of modifiers mentioned in your syllabus. Mostly we can say the adjective, adverbs. Okay, so adjective and adverbs plays important role, right, in modifying your sentences and words also. For example, if I say Rajiv Gandhi College, right, Rajiv Gandhi College, if I say this, it is just giving like simple information. But if you want to modify this word, the Rajiv Gandhi College is beautiful, right? Beautiful is what? A modifier in which we can say it is adjective. What? Adjective. Beautiful is adjective. So beautiful, big, small, right, selfish, right, timid, bold, these all are, right, example of adjectives. So they mostly modify in the sense they make changes in that particular sentence or words, means they modify the sentence, right? So mostly adjective modify the nouns. Next, right, modifier mostly we use, that is adverbs, right? Adverb mostly modify the verbs. Like for example, if I say you must revise quickly for your exam so that you will get enough marks, definitely, right? Definitely you will get enough marks. So that quickly is what? Your adverb. Okay, adverb is modifying, right? Adverb is modifying mostly verbs. Then another word is there, the like connecting words, right? In your syllabus, connecting words is nothing but like a conjunction in, you can say conjunction in, right, syllabus or the grammar. Connecting words in the sense they connect, these connecting words connect the, whether it is words or sentences. In grammar we say conjunctions. So conjunction plays important role in connecting sentences, words and phrases also. That is why it is mentioned in your syllabus itself. So it will help you to make longer sentence as compared to your short sentences, right? So if you are not able to make long sentence, you will not be able to communicate properly. It is important to know connecting words. I will repeat once again, connecting words are nothing but these are the conjunctions in grammar language. Conjunction in the sense like they are connecting word. They connect, they join the words, phrases or sentences. Next thing mentioned in your grammar syllabus, that is cases, right? Cases, there are mainly three type of cases: subjective, objective case and possessive case. Okay, so see, like subjective case means you use it as a subject, right? For example, right, I will write here one sentence, right? Student are clever. Okay, students are clever, right? Students in the sense that is subject, are that is verb, and in the last we have used clever word, that is object. When that particular word and we use as a subject, that we can say that that is subjective case. So subjective cases are of noun and pronoun. In noun also we use, right, subjective case, and in pronoun also. What is noun and pronoun? Noun is nothing but name of anything, right? The name of person, place or things. If you are using it a, right, subject, then we can say it is subjective case. Okay, but that noun we cannot say just come as a subject. Sometimes we use as an object also. That is why their cases changes. Okay, let us take example of objective case of pronoun itself, right? If I say they call you, they call you, so you here, it is not necessarily always be subject. It is what, the objective pronoun, or say objective case of a pronoun. Okay, in the same way as we have used, right, you over there as a pronouns, right, objective pronoun, you can use noun also, right? Means it is not necessary that noun is always going to come in the subject. Okay, what is subject, verb and object? I already told you in the sentence structure, right? Subject in the sense like we refer in the sentence, verb in the sense we state or verb, and object tell, right, that action, what action is being performed by the that particular subject. Okay, then possessive case, in the name itself the possession is there, right? Now if I say, right, is it your pen? So what I am using word your is showing us what possession. Possession means like a, in simple word we can say ownership. What? Ownership. Ownership means you something possess with you. For example, you have mobile, so you possess that mobile, so it is your mobile, so your word is what, the possessive words. Okay, means it is showing possession in the sentence. So when you use, right, words as a subject, then we say that is subjective case of noun. It could be noun or pronoun. Then another case is there, objective case. When you use as an object in the sentence, that is objective case of pronoun. And when you talk about possession, that is ownership, right? If you use like her, your, ours, these words are mostly possessive words, right? And when you talk about nouns possession, then you use apostrophe. For example, if I say, right, Neha, right, Neha, then if I use apostrophe, Neha's, then it become possessive case of pronoun. Okay, Neha's pen, Neha's pen. So possession in the sense it is showing ownership. Okay, so keep in mind the possessive case, it could be of noun also, it could be of pronoun also. I hope you are getting your, their, right, my, mine. These all are possessive cases of pronoun. Now let us come to our next topic. This adjective and adverb we already discussed in modifier. In modifiers, right, we say like they modify the noun or verbs. Okay, for example, it will, if your adjective is there, it modify nouns. When you talk about adverbs, it modifies verbs. Okay, now let us come to our next topic, that is articles. Okay, here articles are not of newspaper as you are maybe thinking, but articles are here in grammar mostly talk about, it is words like an adjective itself, but they particularly tell us the number of things, right? For example, I have a pen, right, is what here, or a we say, that is articles. So primarily there are two type of articles, right, definite and indefinite. In definite article we use the whereas, right, in indefinite article we use a and. Now you will say, sir, how can we get to know where exactly we have to use? When you talk about definite things, you use the, when you talk about indefinite things with it, like mostly noun, mostly these articles we place before noun, before noun. Articles we place before noun. So it is important to know articles. So I will repeat once again. Articles are nothing but a and the. These are called as article in English. So there are two types of articles. Right, one is definite and another is indefinite article. I hope you got this topic. Now next thing is, right, subject verb agreement. I already told you in the sentence structure, right? Subject, verb and object. These are three basic part of the sentence. Now next topic is tense. Right. So tense is nothing but you know that it tell us the actions of the that particular person, or it can sometimes tense also tell us the state of being. Right. For example, he is hungry. So here hungry and his word is showing that state of that particular boy. Okay. If I say teacher is ready, right, and clever. So these word is showing us state, but tense sometimes we use to tell action also. For example, I am conducting here a revision of English communications course, right? So tense is nothing but it tells us state of person, place of being, or it tells action also. So primarily tense we have divided into three times: present, past, and future. So in means these are the three basic we can say the primary types of the tenses, right, in which also we have subtypes. The total subtypes are 12, right? In present tense, simple present tense is there, present continuous is there, present perfect tense is there, and present perfect continuous. In the past, simple past tense is there, past continuous tense is there, past perfect and past perfect continuous. And last tense, that is future. In simple in future also there are four subtypes like a simple future tense, future continuous, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Right. So there are different examples which we already cover in our college lecture. Right. You can go through that and definitely it will help you. Okay. Next topic mentioned in your syllabus, that is mood. Moods in the sense here models are there. Right. Here mood is of that verb. Right. Can, could, may, might, must. Right. Should, would. These are modal auxiliaries. These are different from your tenses. Right. Suppose if I say I can teach well, that is my ability to do something. So this mood, or we can say the modal verbs or modal auxiliaries, these are the words like a helping words. Right. Helping words are like am, is, are. Okay, was, where, have, has, do, does, shall will be used most of the time in speaking. In another way, right, we can say that these are auxiliary verbs as like helping verbs, but in helping verbs they can use independently. But modal verbs always comes with verbs forms, right? Mostly we use their verb first form. Earlier I told you one sentence, I can teach. I can teach. After can I have used teach word, right? So it is important to use verb after can, could, may, might. For example, you should revise twice, thrice. So I am suggesting you, right? Can shows which mood of ability, right? Should is showing us the mood of suggestion. In the same way, right? Other words are like, for example, may, might shows possibilities. They are showing may, right? Possibilities mood. Apart from that, must is there which shows obligation or compulsion. Means this model of this can, could, may, might, must. They are showing different moods. Right. So in your exam, they may ask you moods related to that or that particular uses of can, could, may, might. So go through that also, which I taught you in classroom. The last topic of your syllabus, that is voice. So voice is nothing but in grammar there are two type of voices, right? Active voice and passive voice. So come to our topic, voice. Voice is nothing but, right, it is the way of speaking to person. Means there are two ways we can say, right, by using subject, and another way is to use object. Right. If you are using subject first in your sentence, right, then we say that subject is active in the your sentence. That is what active voice. But when you say, right, the subject is in passive way. Right. Now I will give you example how we say subject is active and why subjective is passive. Right. Suppose if I say Ramesh reads a novel. Ramesh reads a novel. So Ramesh here is what subject of the sentence. Okay. Okay. What he reads the newspaper. The verb is what reads, and what he reads, that is novel. Okay. Now object is novel. So when you talk about active voice, we use subject at the beginning. That is Ramesh. But in passive voice, you have to make the changes, right? In passive voice, you have to use object first, that is novel. A novel is, right, read by Ramesh. Means vice versa. In the sense, when you talk about active voice, right? In active voice, you have to use subject first, object, and at the end you have to use right? Objects, and in the passive voice you have to use object first, right? Verb, and in the end subject. So you can see here vice versa, in the sense they are interchanging, right? Earlier in active voice we used to use subject first, but in passive voice we are using at the end, means this word itself, right? When subject is active, then we say it's active voice, okay, and when subject become passive, it become passive voice, okay. So see student, I have tried my level best to cover all the syllabus in short or brief. It was just revision, right? Getting there are another topic also in syllabus, antecedent, right? Antecedents are nothing but phrases of noun and pronoun, okay. So means within a short time of right, I have tried to cover all the points of your syllabus, mostly syllabus which we divided into 5 topics, right? Communication process, building self-esteem and overcoming fear. Third point was communication and like its nature, significance. Fourth point was the basic communication skills, and last topic was the of grammar. So I would suggest you one thing, just whatever notes I have provided to you, go through that and try to practice and revise again and again. Definitely it will help you in your tomorrow's exam. Still, if you have any query in like of your whenever you study and when you revise, then you can just send me text message on WhatsApp, or you can call me also. Okay, thank you students. Now we'll stop here. We'll meet. We will meet tomorrow in examination.